It's me, Teacher Michelle of Famiful English. Today, I will read you a story about Hana Ji San. Have you heard about this story? Well, this story tells about the beautiful cherry blossom in Japan. Are you excited to hear it? Good. The story goes like this. Hana Ji San. A long, long time ago, there was a grandfather and a grandmother who lived with a dog named Pochi. One day, Pochi barked repeatedly. Woof! Woof! Pochi continued barking and digging into the ground. He is barking as if he's telling grandfather to dig too. Grandfather dug into the ground and found a bunch of shiny coins. He hurried home. Look, it's amazing, Grandma, the grandfather told his wife happily while showing the coins. Grandmother then made lots of delicious food and generously shared it with all the people in the village. The mean old neighbor found out about it. He whispered angrily. He is so jealous on how his neighbor got so lucky, and he's not. The mean grandfather came and forced Pochi to go with him. The mean grandfather was very excited that he couldn't wait to find his shiny coins. Come on, hurry up, bark! He shouted. Saying so, he slapped Pochi. The dog cried in pain, and he thought it was a bark, so he started digging. What is this? He said in surprise. There were snakes and worms came out. Useless dog! The mean grandfather was so angry, he struck Pochi in the head. Poor dog Pochi died. The gentle grandfather and grandmother were so sad. Poor Pochi, they said sadly. Let's plant a tree on Pochi's grave so that Pochi won't get lonely. The tree suddenly grew faster than usual. It grew taller and taller and taller every day. One night, they saw Pochi in their dream. I wish you could use that tree as a mortar to make rice cakes, Pochi said. And they decided to do what Pochi told them. They made a mortar made from the trunk of the tree that grew on Pochi's grave. I remember that Pochi loved rice cakes, the grandmother said as she continued making the cakes. Suddenly, the rice cakes turned into golden shiny coins. Oh, the rice cakes suddenly became golden shiny coins, they exclaimed. I don't like it, the mean grandfather said while peeking through the window. He secretly burned the mortar later that night. The gentle grandfather and grandmother collected the ashes of the burned mortar. Ashes flew into the wind and touched the dead branches of the cherry tree. Suddenly, the flowers bloomed. They were so happy. The gentle grandfather climbed the tree and scattered the ashes into the air. Let the flowers bloom, he spoke. The whole place turned into color pink because of the beautiful cherry blossom flowers. "What a beautiful cherry blossom!" the king uttered in amazement. The king, who was just passing by, gave the grandfather and the grandmother a reward for what they did. The mean grandfather didn't like what he saw. He became so frustrated and immediately presented himself to the king. "I'm the one who made the cherry blossom bloom," he shouted. The king gave him a chance to show what he can do, but he failed. The king was very angry to the mean grandfather because he lied. The mean grandfather got locked up in prison. The end. Do you like the story? What can you say about the story? Well, it teaches us that we shouldn't be jealous of other people's success or fortune, but take it as a challenge to strive for our own success. I'm Teacher Michelle of Famiful English, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you and goodbye.